Okay, I was about to upload this video, but then I got so worried about what people might think about my supervisor or even what my supervisor might think, because she is a wonderful, wonderful person and she is not a bad supervisor or a bad boss at all, you know? So if you're watching this video, keep in mind it is not about her. And now let's go to the video.
Are you not sure what to ask to see if a supervisor is a good fit for you? Or are you worried you might be asking the wrong questions and might sound offensive? Then watch till the end of this video and I will give you 3 questions or red flags that will help you to spot a bad boss during the job interview. For more career advice for your PhD and beyond, subscribe to my channel and also hit the little bell so that you will get notified every time I post a new video. So the reason why I'm doing this video is because recently I was contacted by a girl who was really shaken to her core by her supervisor and felt awful, and I felt so sorry for her and I really wanted to help her somehow, but there's not much that we can do immediately to change this bullying from happening. But I realized the one thing that I can do is to help others to spot a supervisor early, to not get even in this position where they have to be bullied and where they're feeling so bad. So this is the reason why I'm doing this video and why I'm giving you 3 questions or red flags to spot a bad supervisor early. For those who don't know me, my name is Stephanie Ginster. I do a PhD. And at the same time, I do a career project, a podcast that is called Career Conversations, where I interview high achievers with a PhD and try to extract their career mindset and their success mindset so that we can also make this actionable for you. So I love the first question that I'm giving you, which is when in the session or in the part where they are saying, please do you also have any questions? You can say, okay, assuming that this job interview went well and that I got the job in the end, a year from now, what would I have to do for you to think that it was a good decision to hire me? And what this question does is, on the one hand, when you read a job ad, it is always very polished and will give you something like, we are looking for a motivated person with high dedication to the job, blah, 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 but it doesn't really give you anything. But what this question does is it makes the supervisor think what their expectations are and not what the politically correct company expectations are that you usually see in the job ad. And if you realize that the expectations are way too high, then maybe it is a good idea to not take the job. And also, the beauty of this question is you will leave the supervisor with their last impression thinking of you doing a good job. So it will actually maybe even help you to get the job because you're leaving them with the thought of you being good. So it is a question that is doing 2 things for you. On the one hand, it might reveal whether there's a supervisor that is too demanding and will also leave the supervisor with a good first impression of you. Second, ask your future colleagues if there's anything that you could change in your job. What would it be? And this question is a more specific version of the question, how do you like it here? Because very often people will say, well, yeah, I like it well. But if you ask them what they would change, everyone is going to say, or everyone is going to feel stupid to say, I wouldn't change anything. So probably they will come up with something at least. And either it will be an honest answer or it won't. But if it is a dishonest answer, if you have the feeling that it is dishonest, this is also a huge red flag and maybe this job should be avoided, or you can even dig a little deeper. And if they give you an honest answer, then you can see whether this is also something that would bother you. And by the way, if you're not allowed to talk to your future colleagues, then this is a major red flag. Because not only does it look like the boss has something to hide, also your colleagues are the people that you are going to be spending most of your time with. So you should know in advance whether or not you will get along well. So yes, ask their colleagues if there's something that they could change, what would it be? I will give you my last red flag in a minute, but before, please comment down below with some other great questions that you have that might help to spot a bad supervisor, and this way we can start to help each other. So my third red flag is when your supervisor doesn't try to get to know you. I know a few people who are kind of like, I got my job within 15 minutes. And they think it is like a huge sign that they are super qualified, but actually this is only a sign that your supervisor is not interested in who you are. Well, Actually, don't take it bad if your supervisor is trying to challenge you a little bit to figure out whether you're a good match for him, because you want to have someone with who you can work. So your supervisor challenging you is in a way in both of your interests in the job interview. So don't worry about that. One thing to worry about is if your supervisor doesn't try to figure out whether you're a good match, because this is a strong sign that your supervisor is not going to care about you on the long term, which is again a major red flag and something that I would definitely avoid. So my bonus tip is try to avoid questions that you cannot expect an honest answer to. So for instance, if you ask, what is your leadership style? First of all, it's a very difficult question to answer on the spot. And it is understandable if people are a bit hesitant to answer this. And also no supervisor is going to say, my leadership style is that I bully people into doing what I want. So this question is not going to help you out and is not going to give you any more insights. In the worst case, it can hurt you rather than help you. So generally, try to ask questions that will focus on your future work rather than your supervisor's leadership style or your supervisor's mindset, because you're not going to get anything out of it. Again, try to keep in mind questions about your future work instead of your supervisor's mindset. If you want to have more career advice, then follow Career Conversations either on LinkedIn or on Instagram, and there we give more small career tips that you might not necessarily get on YouTube, and we will also show some behind the scenes footage. So I'll see you there. If this video was helpful for you, then please give me a like and a thumbs up, and also obviously share it with your friends or your colleagues if you found it helpful, and subscribe and hit the little bell so that you will always be notified whenever I post a new video. And finally, if this video was helpful for you, then please comment helpful in the comments below. And this way I will also see that you liked it and I can create more content like this. So with that, I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.